Hello everyone, welcome back to another review video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing one of the rarest Daron Realtoy planes ever made, as well as one of the rarest and one of the first 787s ever made by Realtoy, which is the Realtoy Realjet 787 Airport Playset. So I got this plane a couple weeks ago off of eBay for about $40 from Canada, and um, first of all, I just want to say how surprised I am really to have this plane and just really how rare it is, especially considering that I got it new condition in the box, and the box is in perfect condition. So when I saw this plane listed on eBay, it actually was the first time I had ever seen the complete box of it. Because the first time I had seen it, it was the Instagram post on Realtoy Planes account, which was just the back of the box. But this time, since it is the completely new playset, it has the entire rest of the box with it, and not just the back box art. So I was pretty surprised to see that there was this 747 on the front of it, um, considering that the plane is a 787, and I'm pretty sure there was not a 747 made, but then again, I could be wrong, and it could be out there somewhere. I'm sure there probably is something like that. But anyway, so some background information about this plane was that it possibly was only made in 2010 or 2011, but it might have been made in 2011 considering that the 787 did come out in 2011. So it probably was only made for about 1 year considering how rare this plane is and that you don't even see it that much. As a matter of fact, there are no pictures online that you can just search like on Google and find. I've tried, I haven't been able to find any pictures, so the only other time I had seen this plane was pretty much just 2 times on Instagram. So it's two other people that have this plane. So, and from what I've kind of gathered from looking at other information about this plane is that I'm pretty sure that this plane was more specifically made to represent Realtoy as a brand and not including Daron. More it just representing Realtoy as the company that makes the planes. Um, because the cars that are on the playset, which I will show later, the cars that are on the plane are actually real Realtoy cars that they made around the same time. You can find a couple of them on eBay if you just kind of search for them. So that's how I had found out about it. And that's kind of what I gathered from information. It seemed like this was more of a plane that Realtoy made to represent them as a brand or a company, considering that this is not a real airline and that it does say Realjet in the name. So, but anyway, starting off with the review of the really cool box art. So, of course, on the front there is the really cool 747 displayed on the right side. And then there is I really like how it does transition from the black to more of the light gray from the top and the bottom into the center. And then there is the blue on the bottom. So then it has the Realjet displayed at the top. And if you can see, there is the TM/MD, which stands for Canada. And another thing, this playset was also made in different countries. So I don't think it was widely distributed, but it was distributed in countries like Canada, probably Italy and France, from what I know so far, from what other people have told me, and also from what other languages are on the box art, because some of the boxes they have other languages on them. As you can see, this one is English, so this was the Canadian version, and of course, since I did get it from Canada, it kind of makes sense. So, and then there's the Action City, and then the Airport playset on the top as well with the Realjet and then the TM/MD. And on the bottom is the Realtoy with the wings. So I have tried to gather information of what the wings stands for. I have seen the same logo on the boxes that other Realtoy cars have been sold in, but I don't really know what the wings stands for because, as you probably seen on other boxes, does not have the wings displayed on them with the logo. So I'm not really entirely sure what the wings is for, but it's probably another thing of their branding. So, and then there is the little item number there, which I have tried searching up some item numbers for planes that I've seen on boxes, but I have not been able to find any images of it. So then the warning sign, and then the metal and plastic parts on the bottom as well. So, and then on the top, you can see that has the 9 cars displayed on it with the Realjet and the die-cast metal new livery designs and plastic parts. And then for one of the best parts about the box, which is of course the back, is probably one of the coolest box art images I have ever seen on a Realtoy plane. I'm pretty sure that this is more of a 777, even though the engines are really small for some reason. But I'm pretty sure the plane is more of a 777 because the 787 has more of the pointy nose on the front. This one's kind of more round. So this kind of resembles more of a 777, but it still is really cool because it has the livery design too. The colors are really nice and bright. As a matter of fact, the picture of the cars on here actually look like our stock images of the real cars that Realtoy made, and not just like cartoon versions. Of course, the cars are not real; they're more of like toy car models, but they actually look like more stock images of the actual cars, and they put it onto the design, which I thought was really cool. So, and then there is the blue undercarriage with the more reddish orange engines, and the 9 cars on the side of the plane, on the side of the fuselage, and then the Realjet displayed at the front, and then Realjet also that goes along the tail. And then you have all the signs, which another thing that I actually just noticed is that all the signs that are in the playset are displayed on here, except for the cones. This is actually the first time that there's more of an older version now. Everything is actually correct on it. So, but then on the bottom, you have the Realtoy wings, the item number again, and then the address to Realtoy, which if you search that up, you can actually find the address to where the building is. I mean, there's not much about it, but trying to do some research. They do make other things in the building. It's not just Realtoy. I haven't really found anything about the planes and stuff, but basically, I think those are pretty much made put on most boxes, but since this plane was more of Realtoy's version of a specific plane for the company, I think they included more stuff about it. So, and then there is the customer information, which another thing I thought was cool is that they put the customer information for the please keep packaging for future reference. So obviously stating that this was more of an important plane, which I hope most people that have this plane to keep the box because it is such a nice box. So then other logos and stuff, and there's the barcode there, but it is kind of marked out. So, and then at the top, Action City Airport Playset, Realjet, the Canada logo again, and then I guess new livery designs and plastic parts. One thing I didn't really notice is why there's really the new livery designs on it, considering that this isn't a real airline, so the new livery designs don't really make as much sense, but... So, also there's the 4 and plus on the top, which is kind of funny considering that it's really interesting looking at different Realtoy boxes and seeing the age range, because some of them have like 2 and plus, or 3 and plus, 4 and plus. So I can't decide on one specific age. So, but I will pause the video and then take out the plane and do the review. So I've taken the plane out of the box as well as the vehicles and signs. So here is the Realjet 787 with its really nice livery on it. And something else I wanted to mention is I wanted to give a thanks to the seller on Instagram who listed this plane for listing it at a really great price, which $40 sometimes seems like a lot, but I mean for this plane it was a really great price, and also for making the listing buy now instead of another bidding listing, which is also another surprising thing. Usually rare listings are bidding, but this one was buy now, so I had got it at like about 6:30 in the morning. I didn't want to waste any time, so but another thanks to the seller for listing at a really great price, and also for the packaging of it, because this is the most well packaged playset I have ever gotten. compared to another listing I got. And another listing I got with my older 90s Air Canada A340, the Boeing House Livery 777, and older 747, as well as a couple other planes I have. Those were in terrible packaging, with just in a cardboard box, and 14 planes were crammed into a Ziploc bag. So, of course, I was not really happy with that seller, but this seller was really great with packaging the plane. It was perfectly wrapped in a box inside of another bag, wrapped with duct tape, kind of like one of those Christmas presents. I have all this stuff on it, but it really shows how much the seller actually cared compared to some other sellers that I have had with planes. So special thanks to the seller on eBay who had listed this plane for the really well packaging and the great price. So, but back to the review of the plane. So, as you can probably see, the stickers are kind of coming off, which is the only thing about this plane. Even though this was new condition, the stickers are coming off, and I had just put these down like a minute ago, and they're already coming back up. So, yeah, I kind of have to keep like putting the stickers back down, but the stickers are in really great condition compared to other ones being where the ink is coming off and stuff. But this one I do not have to worry about since it is new condition. But the stickers are really well placed and pretty much all perfectly aligned except for the tail. You can see the E is kind of messed up, and on the other side, like the J for the jet is kind of off. But other than that, this is a really, really detailed, and the stickers are put on really nicely. So, at the review of the front of the plane, you can see there is a black stripe that goes along the entire bottom, which kind of more looks like a road, which I actually just realized that it's more, it resembles a road that goes along the bottom of the plane for the cars to go on. And then there is the Realjet logo at the top, and then there is the 3 passenger cabin windows. There is one door, actually no, 2 doors throughout the plane, one in the front and the rear of the plane. And then there is the 9 cars that are displayed along the side of the fuselage, which are really highly detailed, which for this plane being stickers, this is one of probably the most detailed planes, considering how much detail they really put into the cars and stuff. So I think I have found all of these cars online, at least images of them, so they actually do exist. One of the main ones is this yellow truck here in the back. I have found an image of it online. It actually is listed on eBay right now. There are a couple of these listed on eBay, so I would have liked to try to get them, but they are about like $30, including shipping from the UK. So I don't really want to spend that much on just like one Hot Wheel sized car. So I really would like to have them though, especially considering that like the ones that are part of this playset, it would be really cool to have them. But anyway, so then on the tail, there is the Realjet that goes along the side of the tail, and then the rear fuselage door, the rear cabin door. And then on the undercarriage, there is the blue that goes along the entire undercarriage, and then the nice reddish orange engines there. I think the engines really kind of tie the whole plane together with the more fun, colorful kind of look to it. So, and then on the bottom of the plane, which is actually something that is kind of rare to see on Realtoy 787s, is that the Realtoy logo on the landing gear is normal, considering that most of them are kind of have that more different landing gear, kind of resembling the 747s from when Realtoy first came out or from Realtoy's the planes before 1993, with the landing gear kind of longer, and then there was not a Realtoy logo on it. But the 787s had the Realtoy logo on here, but you can actually still see that there is the little rectangle here for the Realtoy logo, kind of exactly like how the Star Alliance one is, with the little rectangle being there, but the Realtoy logo is normal on the landing gear, and the landing gear is normal. So there is not a manufacturing date, even though this plane probably was made in 2011 or 2010. because I'm sure Realtoy did not make this before the 787 came out, because I'm sure that would be licensing issues. But so yeah, there is not a manufacturing date on the plane, but you kind of can guess when it was made. So my best guess is that this was one of the first 787s ever made, if not the first. Another one of the first 787s ever made, I'm pretty sure it's the older United 787, the painted one in the Continental livery, the one that came with the larger United playset with the 747 a little while ago. That was a really nice plane. I kind of wish they made that one longer, because that one actually is probably one of the rarest United planes, even though it is a newer model. So, I'm trying to get my camera to focus here. So, and then same thing goes for the right side of the plane, with on the front with the Realjet logo, and then the 3 doors, the cabin door, or the 3 windows, and then the 2 cabin doors, and then the 9 cars displayed along the side. And then there is the Realjet displayed on the side of the tail. And also, I like how the road kind of goes along the entire side of the plane. So overall, one of the most highly detailed Realtoys out there, definitely. So, and then the nose kind of reminds me a little bit of the Hooters 787, the Hooters 737, kind of more how it how the stripes kind of align to make this little like circle looking thing in the front. But so, well, moving on from the plane to the cars. Here, I have to zoom my camera out a little bit because for some reason it doesn't want to focus. So, moving on to the first car, which is the ladder / stair truck. I'm still not exactly sure what they call it, but so this one, just like the Realjet 787, has the road kind of stripe displayed on pretty much the whole part of it, and then the blue main part on the front, and then it only has 6 cars on it instead of the full 9, because they couldn't fit it all, but they still did include some of them, and they have the Realjet logo on the top and the little item number the little number for the vehicle. So, and same thing goes on the right side of it, except the stickers are coming off on this one. I'm not really sure why, because I've gotten older planes that are even older than this one that the stickers are perfectly fine. I'm not really sure why these are coming off. I'm not sure if it's like any other new condition ones, but I mean, the stickers are still perfectly fine, but they're just kind of falling, or not like falling off, but like, you know, peeling off. But I could just put them back on easily. So, and then same thing goes for the catering truck, with pretty much the same exact part is blue, and then it has on the back of the truck, it has the only 5 cars, and then the Realjet logo on there, and the little number for the vehicle. So these vehicles are definitely really cool, and I like how they pretty much have everything exactly the same that they have on the plane. So, and then the other thing that was really cool about this playset was the fact that it came with the fire truck and the fire rescue vehicles, instead of just the normal, like, taxis and stuff and buses. So they still did come with the catering truck and the stair truck, but I really like how they included the fire truck as well. This is one of the only playsets that actually includes something else like this. The only other one is the Toys R Us 737 playset, which includes even more vehicles than just this Realjet playset. So, this playset kind of reminds me of the Toys R Us 737, considering that it's more of a toyish kind of model with very unique designs and stuff. So, the fire truck is, of course, one of the fire trucks that are at airports. So, which you usually only find these in larger playsets instead of more normal sized playsets. So, these are really highly detailed, and of course fully painted or printed and stuff. So, and it is a really nice vehicle, highly detailed. So, I am really glad that they included it with this playset. So, the first sign, or more not really a sign, but more of the fire extinguisher, really highly detailed, goes really well with the fire truck. So the sticker is really nicely detailed with writing on it for the fire extinguisher. So, and then after that, there is the kind of more the triangle sign, which I'm not really sure what it's really supposed to represent, but it kind of has a 747 in it in the yellow, and it has a red light, yellow light, and a green light. I'm not exactly sure what it's really supposed to represent, but it is really cool and a really cool sign for the playset. And then uh, the other cool sign, which is the more of the sign that kind of stands up, is the arrivals and departure sign. But this is definitely my favorite arrivals and departure sign, considering that it actually has a real picture of an airport and not just the same kind of boring green with the arrivals and departures. So this one kind of made it more made it a lot more detailed than the other just normal green ones. So another really cool sign to the playset. And then the other three signs and stuff are just the normal telephone sign, and then the triangle sign with the windsock, and then there are the 3 cones that come with the playset. But that pretty much is all of everything that comes with the playset. So this is definitely now one of my best planes and rarest. Along probably I would say this is about equally rare to the PIA Pakistan 777, if not maybe even a little more rare. Definitely one of the coolest planes in my collection, and now one of my favorites. One of my favorites is also still the TAM A330 or TAM A330. I really like that plane for its really nice details and stuff. So, but that pretty much is all for today's video. So thank you so much for watching. And remember to like and subscribe, and feel free to comment down your thoughts about this plane. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and once again, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.